Good morning. This is Kyle Speeding One, trying to make an attempt to lighten the mood a little bit since that other video, because it's got the little bees with their stingers out. This is a somewhat amusing tale of a certain eBay purchase that I made about a year or so ago, and the somewhat comical actions that took place during the attempted purchase of a car like you see right here. It is a Porsche Flunder, which means flounder since it looks like a flat fish. Made by Fly. And yeah, it's rear motored. It's not up there by the guide. So anywho, I'm bouncing around on eBay trying to find a good price on something that I might take an interest to, and I come across this guy selling his brand new Porsche Flunder, and it had a really simple, basic livery on it. It was really overall all white with the numbers and just a couple of markings on it. It was, you could say it was quite drab in the appearance, but he had it down for a pretty good price. And if I remember correctly, and sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, I think this guy actually had it on eBay for something like $29 with $6 shipping from up north somewhere. And so I turned around and purchased the car. My payment went through. Everything looked groovy. I received, as you know, on eBay, you receive those notifications that tell you, okay, your purchase has been received. We will ship it out at such and such date, and so on and so forth. And so, as any 63-year-old kid waiting on a slot car would be, I was getting antsy for that thing to show up in the mail. Well, about 4 days later, the box arrives. And so I scurry back into the house. Excuse me. I scurry back in the house, and with the anticipation, and if you're a slot car enthusiast, you understand the enthusiasm and the joy of getting to open up a box and pull your slot car out and get to tinker with it and lube it up and throw it on the track and see if she'll get or not, right? Well, I open up the box. Now, mind you, what I told you before about this nondescript liveried Porsche Flunder. And when I looked down into the box and took the packing out of the way, the cellophane was still around it. So it was a sealed unit, you know, it was brand new. I sit here and I look at this car, and it's this car. Now, I got the other one on the shelf over there in the living room by the track, and I'm not going to drag it down and knock a bunch of boxes over. I already had this car out displayed on my racetrack. So I turn around and I'm kind of like, well, now, I don't know whether or not to be delighted or a little bit perturbed over the fact that this ain't the car that I bought on eBay. And that means I'm going to have to turn around and repack that car, seal it back up in its box, pay for shipping and handling again to send that car back to this guy. Now, I do remember it seemed like it was some kind of small business up north somewhere, New Jersey or something like that. And I don't know how big they were. They had a pretty good number of slot cars in their inventory for sale on eBay after I checked. So I get back on eBay and I turn around and tell them, hey, I'm not really complaining all that much, but you sent me the wrong car. And I took a picture of it and said, now compare it to my name on eBay and see what I'm talking about. Somebody, somewhere, because like I said, they had other listings that were going on at this particular time on eBay. I tried to tell them in the email back to them, I says, if somebody receives my car when they were expecting this car, y'all, if you don't have a replacement for it, there's going to be some fur flying over that. So what do you want to do? Well, about a day and an afternoon went by, and I received an email response from these same people. Oh, I am so sorry. You know, the usual complimentary, I apologize lingo. We'll send that car right out to you, and you go ahead and keep the car that we sent you. Okay. I typed them back and said, are you sure about that? And they responded back later that evening with, yeah, it's okay. Just keep what we sent you. We'll send you your car out as well, and you can just have both of them. I always ask twice. And if I get the same answer twice, then I'm going to let it ride. I won't press the issue any further, you know. But then again, at the same time, don't you sit there and gripe and complain later on because of otherwise. Okay? Fair game. So, I get another notification. Thank you for your purchase of this car. Now, my account was only billed one time with this guy and his business. One time. All right? They didn't charge me for the second car that they just put in the mail. So 3 or 4 days goes by. Here comes another box. Well, I go running outside, expecting again. Only to bring the box in and eagerly open it up and pull the packing out of the way and look down into the box. And again, it's all sealed with cellophane. It has not been run. It has not been taken out of its container. It is a brand new car. And I'm shaking my head going, what are these people doing? I mean, not to be mean-spirited or anything. I mean, did they put... Did they somehow put somebody that's a little slow in the noggin back there in the shipping department? Or what? And, I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt until I received more information. And so I'm like, all right, I ain't touching either one of these cars. I'm going to put them back in their boxes. I'm going to set them off to the side, as well as the packing and the boxes that they came in, just in case. So for the third time, I get on eBay and I messaged this guy. I took a picture of the second car and added it with the picture of the first car, both of which is not what I paid for on eBay. So, excuse me, I message them back with those two pictures and say, look, partner, I'm not trying to be difficult here. I bought a product, and the only thing is, I've not received the product that I bought yet. Please find out what's going on with your shipping department and who's plucking these cars off the shelf, and send me the right car, because I'll hold on to these first two with their boxes and packing until you send me the right car. And then I've got to tell you, I'm not paying for the shipping and handling for a mistake that you made. Okay. So another 2 days go by. And bless her heart, I receive another email. Oh, well, we're sorry for all the confusion. We'll send that right out to you. And that's all they wrote. And I'm like, okay, no. That dog ain't gonna hunt. We gotta clarify some boundaries here. So I wrote them back and told them, look, Skippy, the first two cars you sent me are the wrong cars. Period. I appreciate your time and your effort, but you keep sending me the wrong cars. And then you turn around and tell me, just keep them, when it's obviously costing your money, your company money, your small business, hobby shop, whatever it was, money in shipping and handling, as well as the cost of the slot car. I'm like, this is starting to get close to $200 here with brand new cars. So I says, if you want me to send the first two cars back, and you give me the correct car according to your page on eBay, then you can pay for the shipping and handling to me through PayPal, and we'll get this done. Well, there's an old saying about 3 times. And I'm like, oh, Lord, help me. I don't know. I don't know what is going on with these people. Bless their hearts. Another 3 or 4 days goes by. I'm waiting for the snail mail from USPS to show up to my mailbox. And lo and behold, this one day, he comes a little brown box. I saw him stuff it in my mailbox. So I run outside all happy and joyful and eager again. I run back inside the house and open up the box, take out the packing, and I was done. I was done. I looked down in that box. Again, the cellophane covering over the container for the slot car was intact. The car was brand new. And it was not the car that I ordered. So I've had 3 slot cars sent to me. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, with all due honesty, Lord, are you testing me? Are you testing me with being honest and so on and so forth with handling business with this guy? And I said, well, all I can do is all I can do. That's all I can do. So I get on there again and I send this place another email with the picture of all 3 slot cars in their slot car boxes. Got as close as I could without part of the picture turning fuzzy on me on my little cell phone here, and wrote another email to him, said, guys, come on now, enough is enough. Stop sending me slot cars. You still haven't sent me what I had purchased. And God help me, the response was, okay, we'll get the right car and we'll send it right out to you. You just keep what we sent you. And I admit, I had to get another cup of coffee and sit down and contemplate the fate of the universe, such as it is, and the people inside said universe, and am I just being blessed this day, or during this whole interaction with these people, or am I being tested? I had questions. And I hate to say this, I honestly do, but you Yankees say that we Southerners are slow in the head. Well, I can tell you with all due honesty, I ain't never sent 3 slot cars out to the same guy and they all be the wrong one, only to turn around and tell them, nah, it's okay. Sorry for the hassle. You just keep those slot cars. Well, after I got myself pulled together during this discombobulation, I set out and wrote a thoughtful, thankful email to this place up in New Jersey and told them, look, enough is enough. I'm done. Do not send me any more slot cars. Period. Did you hear me? Do not send me any more slot cars. Period. I have these that you've sent me, which are not the slot car I ordered, and I am now telling you to cease and desist with sending me any more slot cars. Because, as again I said, they had these same slot cars on listing through eBay, and I had gone back into eBay and bounced around in there and was kind of watching, people buy their slot cars. And lo and behold, all three of those cars had their listings from them on eBay. And I look down and I see the names of the people who purchased those slot cars. And basically, I emailed several of them and told them, look, I don't know what's going on with, with this place. They're not a ripoff. If not, they're playing Santa Claus and just handing out brand new slot cars left and right, all willy-nilly. I don't know if somebody's gotten into the moonshine up there, or had one too many margaritas, or puffed on a little too much loco weed. I don't know what the problem is, but watch out. You may not get the car that you ordered. So I received an email back from this place up in New Jersey saying, okay, we're sorry. Yeah, for the hassle and the pain and suffering and the inconvenience, just keep what we sent you. But don't forget to give us a good report. In your comments, with doing the stars and writing what you think of them down there in the comment box. So I was like, okay, if you're good with it, I'm good with it, Sparky. I had those same two people message me in eBay after I gave them those warnings and literally turn around and told me they are having the same experience. They keep sending them slot cars that they didn't buy. Weren't charged anything for them. Didn't have to pay the extra shipping and handling. These were all free and clear for all intents purposes. And so I was just kind of like, you just can't make this up. Was this guy or girl? I don't know. I don't know what their pronouns might have been, nor do I care. He, she, them, it, they. But was this whatever it was in New Jersey trying to get out of an IRS audit by making donations of slot cars and showing it as a loss? I don't know. I do not know. And as of such, up to now, there's no tracking devices, I've checked, in any of those other cars. I've never, before then, nor after then, experienced anything like it again. And yeah, that's my funny eBay story. You cannot you can try to make stuff like that up, but I'm telling you the honest truth of what happened. I've got these flunders running around in my house and still haven't received. I actually bought and paid for. And something else on top of all that, every time that I go back into eBay and I look through Fly slot cars, I will come across the very car that I had purchased, not from the same guy, from someone else, and I swear they've all jacked the price up on it. So, and it's like I said, it's a very vanilla, plain Jane livery. It had some kind of weird yellow stars here and back here, and it had the racing number and something down here on the sides, and it was all white. So, yeah, that's my funny eBay story. Tell me what you think. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. Hope this gave you a laugh and a tickle today. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.